Brothers and sisters, we celebrate today a new beginning. In this special occasion, we offer to God the gift of ourselves as we cherish the joys and expectations of the present moments. Let us then look back and reminisce the toils and travails of times past. Let us not forget our parents, mentors, and other people whose passion, dedication, and guidance have molded us to become gifted. And remember the cherished tradition our beloved alma mater has offered us: competence, creativity, community supportiveness, and Christian discipleship. How good it is to celebrate this moment of joy and this season of grace. Blessed indeed is the God of life and love.
Son and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the communion of the Holy Spirit be with you all.
And with your spirit.
My brothers and sisters, we come together today to celebrate this Thanksgiving of ours to the Lord for the many blessings and graces that the Lord has bestowed on us. She's my heart, oh God. May I be like you. Himaya sa Diyos nito sa langit. Almighty, ever-living God, who gave us the paschal mystery in the covenant you established for reconciling the human race, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever.
Being grieved that they taught the people and preached in Jesus the resurrection from the dead. And they laid hands upon them, and put them in hold till the next day, for it was now evening. But many of them who had heard the word believed, and the number of men was made 5,000. And it came to pass on the morrow that their princes and ancients and scribes were gathered together in Jerusalem. And Annas the high priest, and Caiaphas, and John, and Alexander, by the builders, has become the cornerstone. Let the house of Israel say, His mercy endures forever. Let those who fear the Lord, by the Lord has this been done. It is wonderful in our eyes.
Be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Holy Gospel according to Saint John.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus revealed himself again to his disciples at the Sea of Tiberias. He revealed himself in this way. Together were Simon Peter, Thomas called Didymus, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, Zebedee's sons, and 2 others of his disciples. Simon Peter said to them, I am going to fishing. They said to him, we also will come with you. So they went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you,
Good
Lord.
morning and happy Easter. Murag wa mo'y pangahaw ba? Kay murag wa mo kadungog. Good morning and happy Easter. Mao gid ni ang katin. We always need to be dictated. Because sometimes in the classroom, it is the teacher who is always ventilating his insights or her insights, murag radio station. And we tend to be like mere listeners. But the time has come that the real grace from the Lord in the Philippine education has arrived. Because this particular batch of graduates are the official and legitimate graduates of the senior high school. Therefore, you become the pioneering batch of the senior high school in the Philippines. That is a real amazing grace from the Lord. When I was invited to be in your Mass today, or to preside over this Eucharistic celebration today, I had plenty of thoughts to share. I have plenty of reflections to share vis-a-vis the relevance of the senior high school or the K-12 program of the Philippines in relation to the Easter season that the whole church is celebrating and the context of it in the Philippine education. But I have to limit my sharing because I might or we might end up our Eucharistic celebration more or less. In the Gospel reading, it talks about 153 large fish were caught by the fishermen. But I'm sure not fish, not fishes that we caught, but human persons. But if we're going to combine the two, teaching and preaching, we change lives. In our human capacity, we are considered on the level of certain maturity. In the afternoon, students are gone. That is why teachers are selling Avons, Triumphs, and so on and so forth. Walang klase. Di mamaligya na lang. I hope it is not true here in the National High School of Iligan City.
For rampant moral decadence, let us pray to the Lord.
Risen Lord, hear us.
God of mercy, we pray for our country, especially those who are in position and power, that they may find joy in serving preferably the poorest of all. Let us pray to the Lord.
Risen Lord, hear us.
God of wisdom, we pray for our school administrators, our principal, faculty, and staff of the Iligan City National High School who have taken part in our growth during these past school years. We ask that you bless them with happiness in all their endeavors. Let us pray to the Lord.
Given up for you. In a similar way, when supper was ended, he took the chalice, and once more giving thanks, he gave it to his disciples, saying, "Take this, all of you, and drink from it. For this is the chalice of my blood, the blood of the new and eternal covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many, for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in memory of me." On our sins, but on the faith of your church, and graciously grant her peace and unity in accordance with your peace.
Let us all be seated and join the choir in singing.
we may rejoice in his resurrection. Through Christ our Lord.
Amen. Let us all be seated for the acknowledgement.
Lord God, the source of infinite love, mercy, to grace the Eucharistic celebration, thank you so much, Lord, for the hands and minds that created this most amazing organization of this school, that were able to produce the first ever senior high school graduates, and that, Lord, that you bless them, that they'll be able to be successful someday, that they will lead abundant, joyful, peaceful, progressive lives, and that they will be able to contribute positively to wherever communities, provinces, cities, or countries that they may settle. Thank you so much, Lord.
In the peace of the risen Lord. Alleluia, alleluia. Thanks be to God. Alleluia.
Okay, once again, please settle down. Graduating students staying outside, please enter the venue. Pastor. To start with, to give us a message to his fellow graduating students, may I present to you the Council of Presidents. Ladies and gentlemen, John Stephen C. O. A round of applause, please.
Today is a time of joy and triumph to all our hard work and sleepless nights. But we will never reach this far without the people who became our inspiration and had sacrificed for us to go to school, have fun, and do great things while learning. The people in which their main objective is for us to be prepared and become independent on our own. That would be our parents, who are proud, happy, and grateful of us right now. Thank you for understanding us, and we are truly sorry for coming home late. We are doing our best, not just to excel in academics, but also to be socially responsible as a Filipino citizen. During the journey of our life, don't be embarrassed to share our problems to our parents, because they are the best in giving solution. If we feel afraid on things that we thought we can't make it, or lose hope, draw strength from them. They are the greatest source of motivation that fuels ourselves to step forward towards our dreams. We have to remember that without them, we are nothing. With them, we became someone that they can be proud of. Ma and Pa, this is your day as well. Congratulations and thank you.
Alright, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your Council of Presidents, John Stephen C. O. Thank you, John, for your message, and continue what you have started. Okay, moving forward, to give us a message to the parents, let us welcome with a round of applause, to give us a message to the parents, Engineer Albert Monsoon.
Graduates, our visitors, our guests, our principal, faculty, and the entire group of this family, ICNHS, good morning. At this point, as graduates, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude and salute to our parents. Dili man ko graduate, pero as I reminisce the past that I also graduated, same like you, we would like to also extend our heartfelt thanks to the parents. Sana naa sila sa sulod karon para makadungog sila sa ato ang Thanksgiving, sa atong gratitude. But we cannot deny the fact na medyo piot ang ato ang space. But this message will reach their hearts. Parents, in behalf of our effort, I would like to greet you a very wonderful effort that we have persistently, that we have extend, that we have expressed, and we have the steadfast love that we have extend to our children. Ganina, while the Mass is ongoing, we are touched with the homily of our Monsignor. Even our principal have touched. Every time we concluded, every time in this kind of ceremony, we express our heartfelt feelings. Dili mapugnan nga makahilak, for we have extended our effort, inspirations as parents. Thank you so much for your perseverance. Thank you so much for taking care of your future, because your future, your success is also our happiness as parents. Thank you, parents, and we salute you, parents. Thank you so much. Good morning.
All right, to the parents outside, with your continuous effort, guidance, and sacrifices to guide your sons and daughters, they are preparing something for you. So fellow graduating students, may I request you please stand.
Pagkahuman, katong na sa likod. Kung sa ito mga section sa likod? Yes. Mga gawas din pa isa-isa. Ang katong linya.
Okay,
We encourage you to express your pride by applauding and cheering.
Any moment from now, the ceremony will start. Everyone is requested to settle down. Thank you so much.
Senior high school graduation ceremony. This will be the order of the processional march. It will start.
The Parents Teachers Association officials, 2017-2018.
standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Dr. Elena C. Borsillo Sesofay, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Nimpa Arlago, SGOD Chief, Dr. Juliet Estimbang, CID Chief Henry B. Abueva, DMS for Iligan City National High School, Virginia N. Nadayat, Congressman of the Lone District of Iligan City, Congressman Frederick W. Shaw, City Mayor, Honorable Celso G. Rehensha, Honored Guest Speaker, Gerald Jan D. Ebao, to our dear school principal, Mr. Rex L. Razo, Assistant School Principal for Senior High School, Dr. Jose E. Salvador, Assistant School Principal for Junior High School, Dr. Josephine R. Kirokiro, Assistant School Principal for Learner and Support Operation, Gina Phil T. Boncales, Department Heads in attendance, our guidance counselors, faculty and staff, proud parents, and to my fellow graduating students of school year 2017-2018, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today is not the end, but a new start of a greater milestone. Today marks another historical event in the Philippine education system. Today is the first ever graduation ceremony for senior high school of the Philippine K-12 program of school year 2017-2018 with the theme K-12 learners ready to face life's challenges. And yes, with pride and confidence, we, the first graduates of this program, are made ready to face the adversities of this rapidly changing society and exceed expectations of the standards set by the globally competitive world. In behalf of the senior high school graduating class batch 2017-2018, I welcome you all to the first senior high school graduation ceremony of Iligan City National High School.
2018.
May I also call the school's division superintendent, Division of Iligan City, Dr. Elena M. Borsilio Sesafy, for the confirmation and acceptance of candidates for graduation and reading of the message of Deputy Secretary.
Present to you the following candidates for graduation who have successfully completed the academic requirements of the 8+12 basic education curriculum of the Department of Education, Republic of the Philippines under their various tracks. Accountancy, Business and Management, 139. Humanities and Social Sciences, 193. Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, 106. Sports Track, 18. TVL, Beauty, Nail Care, Wellness, Massage, Housekeeping, 55. TVL, Food and Beverages Services, Cookery, Bread and Pastry Production, 155. TVL Electrical Installation and Maintenance, 52. TVL Shielded Metal Arc Welding, 70. TVL Computer Hardware Servicing, 160. For a total of 948 candidates for graduation. For your confirmation, ma'am.
Of the Department of Education, Division of Iligan City, and upon certification by your school principal, Mr. Rix Russell, that you have completed the basic requirements for the K-12 senior high school program, I now confirm you graduates of the different tracks of the senior high school.
We have requests once again on stage, Mr. Rexdal Razon, and grade 12 Diamond,
Agakhan Mohammed Rajib L.
Abdul Hasni R,
Kanyela Eric Jasper J.
Angod Niven Gabriel R,
Kaorong Alfais Asgar M. Santoral John Carlo B.
Kabit Uriel V,
Kusain Rafi A.
Daanoy J. S,
Daigam Jesriel G.
Iswadro John Rumel D,
and Cabo Daryl John D.
Judith Allen Japet T,
Famor Gil John C.
Kilat Ig Ryan U,
Marciliano Jason R.
Lagad Lian Edgar S,
Humawan Manuel C.
Makabadong Muhammad Mubarak O,
Ladion Way B.
Mantalaba Kurton V,
Loyola Lourdes G.
Omar Muhammad A,
Maagad Aaron Rick C.
Rakaza Nino Adam C.
Mamaw Manleo P.
Reyes Aldrich G.
Makapuli Muhammad Ramzi P.
Ropa Ruby R.
Malado Nor Hadi B.
Josiah JC.
Monjaba Johari H.
Tamara Mark Lawrence S.
Elias June R.
Termoso John Lloyd A.
Okanya Kent P.
Zamora Christian James R.
Oms John Stewart
U.
Panuril Zorin A.
Tabaho Billy Jane C.
Sarip John Nor D.
Canilio Mailing Joy L.
Sugabo Mage Luther A.
That woman Charlene L.
Tamayo Sher Dewey L.
Dimasindil Omelkhaya G.
Ulama Norbin M.
Galve Elisa Pauline S.
Zalvo
Frances A.
Hakabal Gabli Dayanara M.
Junay Janessa D.
Ayon Nor Jaime M.
Labrador Quenemy B.
Basman Fatima Nishrin U.
Ladlad Isabella Marie C.
Kapitan Giselle Ann R.
Lau Rochelle Asley C.
Nadayan Rufaila M.
Lawansa Anihira M.
Limalawang Ann Fatma M.
Lindas Anisara M.
Espinola City L.
Mariano Annalisa L.
Inaw Carla Marie R.
Marigit Eliza B.
Lopez Liza May P.
Bandas Isnihaya B.
Lumusan Dayan
Joshua Eric M. Umpara Al-Yacob L. Candidato Abdulrahman P. Viernes Randy Gabriel M. Lacorte Carnel P. Abdullah Princess M. Larazabal Kevin V. Andi Hanel C. Ulagi Muhammad Hanis Y. Valdicanto Zikea C. Yak Jadbert G. Marinian Daisy May P. Ali Nor Haifa A. Kamama City Aklima U. Alikaway Mary Joy T. Kapampangan Queenie Erica E. Alivio Osi Eunice T. Kapili Josephine C. Amistad Crystalline R. Carinal Cheska Denise C. Andres Aguira A. Kasan Aznifa M. Antoque Waila Angelica E. Dalugdog Wilma M. Baguan Asneya P. Daiday Caitlin L. Borlat Hyacinth E. Dimao Eliza D. Kabandog Ethel E. Itorma Maricar E. Sindural Jacqueline G. Gamos Nero Jerikel T. Labrador Christy Ann A. Dahoya Renalyn T. Magusara Melody P. Lesena Ellen S. G. Molo Kyle Blaze P. Gumama Yasmin G. Nori Muhammad P. Gumo Yunime D. Okaya Fanisan Nero Sharime F. Reveal Dalame L. Narvasa Ivy Grace A. Reyes Teresita May. Oliverio Mary Ann G. Sarsaba Kyla L. Otlasa Melanie Chan C. Tangote Morniza P. Bakasira Madiha B. Tantao Adela M. Pantao Shahani A. Yamomo Vina D. Sulaiman Sohaila A. Sulinap Jean Marie S. Villamor Eda J. L.
Grade 12 Farrell, Grade 12 Calcite, Auditor Lloyd Angelo T. Andam Saya I. Harian Rodrigo M. Capoy Rakim II. Logronio Miguel Borton O. Diso Alcalin P. Manos Eugene B. Islit Kirby John A. Miyapi J. A. Grande Hamza M. Migala Gelben M. Makadato Noshire A. Pandam Alhari P. Makarimbang Abdullah A. Pandam Muhaymen B. Malawani Jafar S. Pendreques Nicole Y. Nario Jonathan Gabriel Jr. L. Rhoda Jubir G. Congratulations. Opalia John Larry Q. Santander Kevin L. Raagas Joshua D. Zuza Eugene Orzon B. Rivero Dan Marvin A. Ampor Junaira S. Sabuero Juvenil H. Armama Doreen. Bendigo Shella May T. Abdullahid Sohaila M. Kali Hanefa C. Abner Aina B. Katuba Hanja Princess Priya C. Bukay Nabila B. Duhay Longsod Sherry T. Calvo Belgi. Likayan Bijit C. Haji Malik Nasbeya S. Makaayaw Nor Alema P. Makakowa Raimona T. Makalangkong Yana C. Magdadaro Mayan E. Makalya Beatrice Faith E. Maglete Hana P. Madra Gracia A. Malik Narima M. Madre Cheska Grace Y. Mama Rita Nor Aileen A. Mauna Nabila A. C. Musor Nor Asaya S. Narvasa Jennifer G. Oya Leia S. Opema Renajin C. Pabloques Trisha Lane D. Pangkapat Lebanon. Pagapulaan Venom C. Rakiin Janet
Ariel J. SMAU NC2.
Abdul Rakim Najib P.
Arumpak Geraldon V. SMAU NC2.
Albania Yonard N. EIM NC2.
Biduya John Ray R. SMAU NC2.
Arbuladura Lumin L.
Kalusag Jason M.
Barry Jonas S. EIM NC2.
Daligdig Jopel C.
Batuka Nilir L. EIM NC2.
Pilus Reyes John C. SMAU NC2.
Kabarsi Rolly C. EIM NC2.
Iliga Godwin Miles A. SMAU NC2.
Kalimpon OJN.
Galapin Jeremy C. SMAU NC2.
Kumain Earl John 1. EIM NC2.
Intelesuk Jetro C. SMAU NC2.
Conde Mark Joy E. EIM NC2.
Jairo Elmar Cesar Jr. C. SMAU NC2.
Doylongson Frank Joseph B. EIM NC2.
Umapit Godwin C. SMAU NC2.
Gonzaga RJ Vincent D. EIM NC2.
Logroño J. B. SMAU NC2.
Langi Raymar S. EIM NC2.
Loreto J. B. SMAU NC2.
Libo Jeffrey V. EIM NC2.
Magallanes Arcahel M. SMAU NC2.
Limpangog Al Ivan P. EIM NC2.
Nonso Sean Kevin V. SMAU NC2.
Locreda Mark Lester T. EIM NC2.
Nonies Glenn Checo D. SMAU NC2.
Anuta Junior Asterio C. EIM NC2.
Paglinawan Jason A. SMAU NC2. Pasco Nelmar J. D. SMAU NC2.
Marquez Aldrin S. EIM NC2 and IPAS NC2.
Pasigna Saniboy M.
Merlo Elvin V. EIM NC2.
Pitiluna Rexel B. SMAU NC2.
Muyed Jefferson Clint D. EIM NC2.
Picarda Alden C. SMAU NC2. Francis Gerson A.
Gilagon Mark Henley S. EIM NC2 and IPAS NC2.
Sasedon John Lay M. SMAU NC2.
Rabali A. EIM NC2. Salazar James Carl L. EIM NC2. Sanchez Arish D. EIM NC2. Sangbaan Ben Ben P. EIM NC2. Sarsaba Charlie G. EIM NC2. Tajeros Ivan J. P. EIM NC2. Taribe Rocky Dwight C. EIM NC2. Tailaran Januar R. EIM NC2. Tailaran Tyrone R. EIM NC2. Tero Mervin C. EIM C. EIM NC2. Yago Mac Joshua B. EIM NC2 and IPAS NC2. Ibanez John Birdie B. EIM NC2. Kaonas Janela R. EIM NC2. Villara Angelica 1.
Bread and Pastry, Food and Beverage Services.
Technical Vocational Livelihood Truck. Shielded Metal Art Welding.
Abelia Antonio Jr. S. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Grade 12 Tupaz. Abayon Arnel S. SMAU NC2.
Inawanao John Carlos C. BPP and Cookery NC2.
Abuhan Ronnie A. SMAU NC2.
Lalisha Evan Joseph B. Cookery and BPP NC2.
SMAL NC2.
Daluma Saima O, Cookery and BPP NC2.
Castanya Gaspar B, SMAL NC2.
Dapat Katunay B, Cookery and BPP NC2.
Castillo Anthony E, SMAL NC2.
Bikalan Divine Grace P, Cookery and C, Cookery and BPP NC2. Congratulations.
Technical, vocational, and livelihood track. Monsoon, grade 12. Ahero Giovanni E.
Technical, livelihood, vocational track. Grade 12 quants. Andam Demir 1. And Cookery and BPP NC2.
Alcantara Joshua V. Cookery and BPP
NC2.
Balasabas Kerr James M. Cookery BPP NC2.
Humalito Khalil Cesar C. Cookery NC2.
Kuta Peter John. Cookery BPP NC2.
Manto Gifio L. Cookery NC2.
Gregorio Glenn Gerald M. Cookery BPP NC2.
Ulan Ismael III G. Cookery NC2.
Maglasan Ken Oliver E. Cookery BPP NC2.
Tortogo Renato Jr. T. Cookery NC2.
Thompson Bell Odyssey B. Cookery BPP NC2.
Aragon Analiza C. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Abdullah Johara L. Cookery BPP NC2.
Malama Fred. Cookery NC2.
Ahmad Farhana A. Cookery BPP
Mariel T. Cookery NC2.
and Don Krishna May C. Cookery BPP NC2.
Nalitik Arolay L. Cookery and BPP NC2.
And Ding Noraima G. Cookery BPP NC2.
Russia Basingville May Ch. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Malanay Almari C. Cookery BPP NC2.
De La Cruz Kate L. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Balak Michelle B. Cookery BPP NC2.
Chavez Chabelita R. Cookery NC2.
Hotel Asisa E. Cookery BPP NC2.
Gasa Chalia D. Cookery NC2.
Buna Princess Joy A. Cookery BPP NC2.
Goong Maria Bernadette C. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Consol Leia Doleria. Cookery BPP NC2.
Lino Princess April Allen P. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Dato Kumamis Johaira M. Cookery BPP NC2.
Lupera Jeremy L. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Daitay Genevieve G. Cookery BPP NC2.
Magdala Junaida M. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Daitay Abigail M. Cookery BPP NC2.
Mahina Cornel
Pantaw Almera M. Cookery BPP NC2.
Villa Flores Carolina
Maglasan Jinky J. Cookery BPP NC2.
Villagranas Mount Joyce L. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Mantuyan Najma M. Cookery BPP NC2.
Ibanez Charlie M. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Marston Mary C. Cookery BPP NC2.
Sarah, Bread and Pastry, Cookery, Food and Beverage Services. Grade 12, Zircon.
Computer System Servicing, Grade 12, Iligan.
Alfetia Jade Anthony B. Cookery and BPP NCT and Cookery NC2.
Ali Abdul Hakim A.
Kalunod Raymark V. BPP and Cookery NC2.
Anub Ken Aba, CSS NC2.
Nisnisan Jamley B. Cookery and BPP NC2.
Bahala Christian D.
Pasigna Jomar S. BPP and Cookery NC2.
Baros Iverson D. CSS NC2.
Aqua Alaiti. BPP and Cookery NC2.
Bonete Romel II T. CSS.
Amamang Dayan Doreen V. BPP and Cookery NC2.
Bonifacio Henry Cesar C. Caldera Ryan Kent B, CSS NC2.
Munding Angelica S, BPP and Cookery NC2.
Macalisang Jabil M, CSS NC2.
Mustafa Warda A, BPP and Cookery NC2.
Makapintal Jamal C.
Nakorda M. April J. B, BPP and Cookery NC2.
Macariola Arsenio B, CSS NC2.
August Jackie Lou S, BPP and Cookery NC2.
Maginay Darwin Clifford M, CSS NC2, DLST Scholar Passer.
Oranda G. Rhea G, BPP and Cookery NC2.
Malawa Jamail B, CSS NC2.
Patay Lovely Rose G, BPP and Cookery NC2.
Binalang Japar A, CSS NC2.
Robert Romaline L, BPP and Cookery NC2.
Montes Carlito Jr. F, CSS NC2.
Sabay-sabay Sina P.E., BPP and Cookery NC2.
Mahete D. Ulysses M, CSS NC2.
Sadernas Angel Ruth M, BPP and Cookery
CSS NC2. Tarong Ana Marie A, CSS NC2. Uy Rica Noyes U, CSS NC2. Sabate Maralisa S, CSS NC2. Congratulations.
Computer System Services. Grade 12 Upper.
Grade 12 Druzy.
Abali John McLeod E, CSS NC2.
Abbas Azam S, CSS. John Clifford P, CSS NC2.
Alarilia Leonil Banjo P, CSS NC2.
Ali Mubarak A.
Alcano JF, CSS NC2.
Ariati Ronald A, CSS NC2.
Awitin Mike Chester G.
Ates Wallen V, CSS2, NC2.
Bandes Lemuel Lee C, CSS NC2.
Bibuhan Eduardo Jr. A, CSS NC2.
Baroa Clive Lian B, CSS NC2.
Bongkaro Roger Jr. U, CSS NC2.
Boris Ray Ferdinand CSS NC2.
Carvajal James L, CSS NC2.
Kadapan Joshua P, CSS NC2.
Dapanas Baran R, CSS NC2.
Kasipong Archer R, CSS NC2.
De La Serna Michael S, CSS NC2.
Katakutan Ronald C, CSFL, CSS NC2.
Fernandez Giovanni D, CSS NC2.
Gramatica Raymart B, CSS NC2.
Lazardi Vincent Daniel Ephraim P, CSS NC2.
Ibarat Erwin Jr. H, CSS NC2.
Lumulho General Jeremiah S.
Harabi Jojen J, CSS NC2.
Monsanto Emmanuel Umanda, CSS NC2.
Largo John Christer C, CSS NC2.
Montibon Joshua Jules S.
Libitario Graham L, CSS
Special
NC2.
recognition, school year 2017-2018. Verdad Nina Rica M with high honors. Outstanding performance in Communication Arts of Filipino. Special recognition, Mayor's Academic Excellence Award, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence, 5th place, Pagsulat ng Editorial Division School Press Conference 2017. 4th place, Radio Broadcasting and Scripting, Secondary English, DSPC 2017, and Silliman University Honors Recipient.
Temperatura Canto D with high honors. Special awards, award for work immersion, conduct awardee, Mayor's Academic, and Silliman University Honors Certificate.
Manubad Mary Milan M with high honors. Award for Outstanding Performance in Science. Award for Outstanding Performance in Mathematics. Award for Innovation 2018. Mayor's Academic Excellence Award. Congressional Award for Academic Excellence and University Honors List. DOST Passer. Excellence in Science, Gawat Talino Mercury Drug Foundation.
Revelo Lajear West with high honors. Mayor's Academic Excellence Award, Congressional Award for Academic
Second place, Inter-Senior High School ECE Frisbee, representative in the first Regional Hist Olympics.
Villamor Rhea M. with high honors, Mayor's Academic Excellence Poster Making Contest, Inter-School Competition in celebration of Fire Prevention Month 2018,
Broadcasting Division School Press Conference 2017, representative Southeast Asia Youth Leadership Program 2018 at Northern Illinois University in DeKalb, Illinois, United States, April 26, 2018.
Amigo Barry Grace E. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Paolo Samsida A. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Ahente Chloe A. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence, DOST Cancer.
Congratulations! Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Gama Jubil May S. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
LaGuardia Miguel Burton with high honors, award for outstanding performance in celebration of International Women's Month 2018, representative in the first Regional Hist Olympics, and Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Now Rochelle Ashley C. with high honors,
Research Award Open Online Contest in the Mindanao implementation of martial law Iligan acceptance.
Central Miriam Rose with high honors, Conduct Awardee, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence, 4th place Radio Broadcasting Division Schools Press Conference 2017.
Cowboy Rakim II with high honors, Conduct Awardee, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Santos Melanie R. with high honors, Congressional. Gibaraton Ruhaipa D. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence. Requesting the parents to don the medals. Congratulations!
Academic Scholastic Awards, school year 2017-2018. De La Cruz Honeybee C with high honors, award for outstanding performance in technical vocational livelihood, and Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Radio Broadcasting Division Schools Press Conference 2017, representative of the first Regional Hist Olympics, DOST Kaiser, and Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Salik Jamnoy D with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Lubusa Diane Rose S. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence, DOST Kaiser.
Nakorda Jane Esabel M with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence. Regahal Faith C with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence, and DOST Passer.
Ramagon Sherry Maylene V. with high honors, gold medalist Army synchronized single weapon, double weapon, sword and dagger, sparring full contact of the Iligan City Athletic Association, bronze medalist Artist individual Army sparring full contact, Northern Mindanao Regional Athletic Association, and Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Alikaway Mary Joy T with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Makalia Beatrice Faye E. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Maripit Eliza B with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Lagaak Leon Edgar S. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Abrigana Mary Jane B with high honors and Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Calvo Bell Rose J. with high honors, Award for Research 2018, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence. Gabo Chara May B. with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Ramawan Manuel C
Track Award for Work Immersion. Fourth place, the Radio Broadcasting Division School Press Conference 2017. And Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Susada Jesse with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Novita Elila A with high honors, Most Relevant Research Award, Open Online Contest and Mindanao Implementation of Martial Law Iligan's Acceptance, and Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Kurilan Mayville D with high honors, Congressional Award for Academic Excellence.
Ali Nur Haifa A with high honors. And Papa Darul Jan D with high honors.
Congratulations! Academic awards and recognition with honors. Braga Allen Ruth M.
Patay Robiny Rose G.
Mariana Annalisa
Shalu B.
Auditor Lloyd Angelo T.
Likayan Bridget C.
Kali Hanifa C.
Arestado Kristen Joy Y.
Magallaon Kate Leslie P.
Lawak Luis L.
Labaho Ivani K.
Manao Norbasa B.
Obejero Daffodil P.
Epong Angel May P.
Requesting the parents to don the medals. Recognition with honors, Vicena Ellen S. and Conduct Awardee,
Magdaleno May Ann E.
Garciliano Jason R.
Solis Janelle May. Fuentes John Day Mar S. Conduct Awardee, fourth place Radio Broadcasting Division School Press Conference 2017.
Sandakala Sahara M.
Bendijo Sheila May T.
Okanya Kathleen Rose P.
Malinaw Kristen P. Conduct for Randy Gabriel M.
Requesting the parents to don the medals. Restauro Rafael B.
Harape Jojen J.
Madrid Cheska Grace Y.
Makarimban Abdullah A. Fifth place TV Broadcasting Division School Press Conference 2. Requesting the parents to don the medals.
Academic awards and recognition with honors. Monsumbre John Jubert M. Suma Milson G.
Milias
Juma Sharon Joy B.
Aguilar Jerry May N.
Antatico Christian Ray H.
Mirato Abdul S. Fifth place Radio Broadcasting Division School Press Conference 2017. And Poasi Christine S.
Requesting the parents to don. Congratulations! Academic awards and recognition with honors. Palmitos John May Q. Lunod Raymart V. He is also a recipient for TVL Award. With honors, Okanya Cat P.
Adam C.
Makapatao Almira M. She is also a recipient of Conduct Award.
Barwado Roxanne B.
Kundiman Regine Faith M.
Abad Angeline Joachim D.
Oliveros Fern Rochelle C.
Daanoy Jake S.
Abastas Kimberly. Congratulations! Academic awards and recognition with honors. Kamingawan Research Award, Open Online Contest, Regional Implementation of Martial Law, Iligan Acceptance. Pakapat Levelin,
Duhay Grunso Joshani T.
Ibarat Erwin Jr. H.
Ugmad Jessel May D.
Lucio Liza J.
Obrejero Yolanda E.
Saure Rose May H.
Manzanero Jessa
Congratulations! Academic awards and recognition with honors. Billiones Sherilyn G.
Milo Maika S.
Gandamato Nasrola L.
Daisy May B.
Navarro Rochelle J.
Roedes Jolai May Y.
Yamomo Vena D. She is also a recipient, 5th place, TV Broadcasting Division Schools Press Conference 2017.
Olivar
Parents to don the medals. Michelle S.
Bashir
Makabato Muhammad Mubarad O.
Baroa Kivi Lion D.
Marianas Rainer E.
Islet Kirby John A.
Camacho Beps L.
Maugan Ressa T.
Intervention Antoinette Rose A.
Salak Joshua G.
Palaka
Congratulations, graduates, and to the proud parents. Academic awards.
Pasaras Melody T. Aldrich G.
Casas Donalyn M.
Kapampangan Queenie Erica E. She is also a recipient, 1st place dance track. With honors, Fortuna 6ZS.
Junaid Janisa D.
Kitain Rachel M.
Balang City Hanima.
Colegado Jaika F.
Labrador Christy Ann A.
Englatiera Michael J.
Maghinay Darwin Clifford M. DOST Passer.
Abunisa Roslyn G. Academic awards and recognition with honors. Guru Princess Diamond B.
Moner Nor Hana D.
Musor Nor Asia S.
Imbol Reggie Orville S.
Ayoong Nor Heini M.
Manaytay Jeremy P.
Lawansa M. Lampadas Mary Joy B.
Gabaya Almarie C.
Maglasang Kent Oliver E.
Academic awards and recognition with honors.
Marcos Sheila Marie R.
Magosara Melody B.
Talandro Jenny May L.
Ibrahim Shuhara A.
Bautio Jen L.
Zosa Denta Fe A.
Cristobal Twinkle M. P.
Tomo Castillo May C.
Judith Allen Javed T.
Luisma Alicia Gina D.
Chavez Chabelita R.
Cabello Eliza D.
Pulame Widad. Academic awards and recognition with honors. Interina Jalila A.
Aso Eugene E.
Katubay Hanjen Via C.
Makapuli Muhammad Ramsey.
Marquez Aldrin.
Tiflis Jericho.
Colin John David P.
Paglinawan Robin Jr. T.
Silawan JBT.
Reyes Cedric Brian G.
Picardon.
Congratulations, graduates, and to the proud parents.
Academic awards and recognition with honors. Kabugatan Abubakar S.
Enovar
Villaver Felvin S.
Sombrana Lyra Ruth B.
Reyes Teresita May.
Viajante Jocelyn. Congratulations to our graduates and to their proud parents.
Academic awards and recognition with honors. Lantun Catrina A.
Mercado Julian
Joyce Jean B.
Espinola City Grace A.
Villamor Anna Jane L.
Famor Jill John.
Pumawan Kim John Homer A. He is also a recipient.
Congratulations, graduates, and to their proud partners.
Laag Harold Ian J.
Fatwa Lovely R.
Bragadas de Mala Christian D.
Obias Janine Grace P.
Benaldo Roslyn T.
to their proud parents.
Academic awards and recognition with honors. Ebrada Riza B.
Thompson Neil Odyssey Kent B.
Kuta Peter John.
Erich Jasper J.
Kaoro Alphais Asgar LG.
Panoril Zoren A.
Himalawa honors. Sondong Santiago C. Pacaro Neil B.
Balindong Najira H.
Narvasa Jennifer G.
Requesting the parents to don the medals.
Grade 12 Zircon students, Grade 12 Quartz students, Grade 12 Moonstone students, Mentor, Mom Ellen B. Sico, Julius, Lovely Dayanara M. Mary Milan M. Manuba, Rochelle Ashley C. Lau, Josephine D. Nacas, Jacqueline Suzanne A. Escalante, Advisor, Mr. Vicente B. Luisma Jr. Section Amber, Jovel A. Barbarona, Druzy, Miguel A. Cuba, Sanso, Janila
Congratulations, graduates and your proud parents. Special recognition school year 2017-2018. Waiting Center. Kenneth David C. Omite. Academic track. Special recognition, Sean Michael C. Lapunaria. Band member.
students, Grade 12 Zircon students, Grade 12 Quartz students, Grade 12 Moonstone students, Mentor, Mom Ellen B. Sico, Julius, Lovely Dayanara M. Mary Milan M. Manuba, Rochelle Ashley C. Lamino, Josephine D. Nacas, Jacqueline Suzanne A. Escalante, Advisor, Mr. Vicente B. Luisma Jr. Section Amber, Jovel A. Barbarona, Druzy, Miguel A. Cuba, Sanso, Janila
Congratulations, graduates and your proud parents. Special recognition school year 2017-2018. Waiting Center. Kenneth David C. Omite. Academic track. Special recognition, Sean Michael C. Lapunaria. Band member, third place.
Amber Silvio certified to read the DepEd Secretary message.
The Secretary of Education's message to you. My warmest greetings to all the completers of school year 2017-2018. On behalf of the Department of Education, I commend your determination, perseverance, and hard work which lead you to this milestone. Whether this is your moving up, completion, or graduation ceremony, what matters is that you have triumphed in this journey. It is our goal to ensure that the K-12 program empowers you, our dear learners, to become critical thinkers and problem solvers, both in the local and global communities. I am positive that you have learned not only to memorize facts and formulas, but also to relate these facts and theories to what is happening in the real world. As stated in this year's theme, K-12 learners, ready to face life's challenges, we hope we have equipped you with the 21st century skills and lifelong competencies through quality education that is accessible, relevant, and liberating for all. As you reminisce your travails and rejoice your achievements, always remember that your teachers, parents, fellow learners, school officials and personnel, community members, education partners, and government leaders are always with you every step of the way. Let them serve as your inspiration to dream and strive not only for your own success, but more so for this country's progress. Whatever path you will pursue after this momentous occasion, may you continue to uphold the core values of your alma mater and the Department of Education, makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa. Bear in mind that while education is your right, it also bestows upon you a greater responsibility to contribute to the betterment of our society. To our future leaders and nation builders, congratulations and mabuhay! From Deputy Secretary Leonor Magtoles Briones.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, the Assistant School Principal 2 for Senior High School, Dr. Jose E. Salvador, for the introduction of the keynote speaker. A round of applause, please.
Here is Ma'am or Dr. Juliet Estimbang, our SGOD Chief. Sir Rex Lau Raso, our Principal. The Assistant Principal for Operations and Learner Support Group, Ma'am Dinafil T. Bungales, together with our Academic Head, Sir Vicente Luisma Jr., and our TBL Head, Dr. Nardiselin Pardites, to our GPTA President, Engineer Albert Monson Brizell, Department Heads and Attendants, teachers, guidance counselors, parents, and of course the graduating class of school year 2017-2018. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning. Today I am tasked to introduce to you our guest speaker. He graduated his elementary education at the Panoy Elementary School as class valedictorian in school year 2005-2006. He finished his secondary education here in Iligan City National High School. He represented Region 10 in the National Bartending Competition held in Naga City, Camarines Sur. Because of his good looks and intelligence, he easily bagged the title of Mr. Step Iligan Division and Mr. Ice NHS of 2012. A delegate in Gold Negosyo Team Edition held at Baguio City, an outstanding STEP awardee, an entrepreneurship awardee. He earned a degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in entrepreneurial marketing at MSU IIT. Take note, cum laude. Being an entrepreneur, he opened Pop Snack Hideout last May 8, 2015 with his girlfriend and business partner, Ma'am Sheila Ermac. He ventured other branches like Capella Cafe, Snacks and Cribs in Tibanga, Capella Poblacion branch, Nail Arts, Nail Loans, and Pop Snack Cathedral brands. Pop Snack was awarded as Best Snack House in Iligan during the Patigayon Awards Year 1. Held at MSU IIT, and Propela was nominated as Best Tambayan in Iligan during the Rotary Club of the Philippines Awards Night. Currently, he manages a wedding and events hosting services not only in Iligan but also in CDO and Lanao del Norte. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our guest speaker, Gerald John D. Evans.
To our distinguished guests, to our school's division superintendent, Ma'am Elena Borsilio, ma'am, to our school principal, Mr. Rex Razo, sir, to our assistant school principal, Mr. Jose E. Salvador, to the school heads and deputy officials, to the department heads in attendance, to the guidance counselors, to the hardworking teachers and advisors of ICNHS, to the loving and supportive parents of the graduates here present, and to this historic first batch of K-12 graduates. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning. Because in the first place, I am only maybe years younger than you are. But perhaps I was also in doubt because in the first place, I don't graduate on our batch as class valedictorian. I don't even graduate here at ICNH. Reading your theme, K-12 learners ready to face life's challenges, I said that myself or my story about overcoming challenges may also be an inspiration to you. I was hesitant because I am just very young. But it reminds me a verse in the Bible that it says, "Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young." My dear graduates, I was once like you. I remembered, or Facebook let me remember just a few days ago, it shows some of my photos 8 years back on my graduation in high school. I was wearing white, you are now wearing black, because this is another track that the DepEd is now following. And, it gives me so much memories about here in ICNHS. Well, all of us has different high school stories. Some of us, in fact, had their first love in high school, first heartbreak perhaps too, or maybe some of our unique accomplishments. Today, allow me to share to you a little about my high school life. I first actually entered here in City High. As mentioned, I was from a barangay school. When I transferred to City High, it is a very big challenge for me. When I first entered in the campus, I felt lost. In fact, I am even afraid to cross by the highway going to City High. But, well, anyway, we have to find our niche. We have to find where we are really good at. So, while I was in second year in high school, as per mentioned, I used my confidence a tool to excel among the students. So it was on my time that pageants and things like that are very popular. So I joined one. In fact, I volunteered myself. That is how confidence looks like. So I joined Ginoong Hagam of the Science Department, Mr. Eloquence of the English Department, Mr. Step of the TLE Department, to name a few. In fact, I was also been awarded, or the title holder, as Mr. ICNH 2012. It is by then, for me, that opportunities open. In fact, I was sent to division level and regional level and even national competition. I even developed a skill here in ICNHS that I could never imagine I can make it. I competed to the national level bartending competition. I was also sent to National Convention on Entrepreneurship, the Go Negosyo Seminar at Baguio City. It was in fact the first time I rode a plane, and mind you, it was all for free. Well, see, that is where your confidence, who would have thought that your confidence can bring you to places?
that is similar to you, my dear graduates. I know not all of us will excel in math, in English, in science, in history, but maybe some of us will excel in sports, maybe in arts, or maybe in entrepreneurship. Well, we are all very lucky because the beauty of the K-12 program has given us an option that after we exit from high school from high school, we can either go to find a job, we can either go enroll to a college, or maybe be our own boss. And well, that is definitely the beauty of the K-12 program. However, I know that life doesn't always flow the way we wanted it. There are challenges along the way that we will encounter and we have to overcome. My success today doesn't happen overnight. It is a full of roller coaster twists and turns, ups and drops. I forgot to mention that I came from a very poor family. My papa works as a farmer in a piggery farm, and my mama takes care of our home, a plain housewife. They are supporting me and my ate in sending to school back when we were in high school and in college. So I even remember when we are brushing our teeth as we go to school, I was wondering why while I was brushing my teeth, it makes bubble. But my parents, when they brush their teeth, it doesn't even show a bubble because they are using salt, rock salt. We are using toothpaste. And my mama also would, every morning, wake up. I remember she cooks one instant pancit canton. We have to divide it by 2 and we have to share it by my ate. Those were little sacrifices by our parents. But those were the sacrifices that made us of who we are now. To all the parents here present, your efforts, determination of sending your children to school are well appreciated. Can we give a sounding applause to all our parents? To all the hardworking also and diligent young generation in becoming the best version of themselves are well appreciated. Some may not know your sleepless nights of computing grades, or making periodical exams, or the headache you encounter of this hard-headed student. But for me, that's what makes you deserving to be a corner of ICNHS. And perhaps some of them are wearing beautiful Filipiniana and Barong Tagalog today. To all our loving teachers in ICNHS, thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, one of the teachers has told me when I was still in ICNHS, one discussion, she said that money is not a hindrance to success. When I was in high school, well, that's pretty normal. Every teacher would say that. But when I came to the real world, I will testify to you that money definitely is not a hindrance to success. In entrepreneurship, when I was still in high school, when the PLE department sent me to Baguio to attend the T-Negosyo seminar, T of becoming one, a good host. Thank you so much, Sir Troy, that you're here. And so to continue, while I was earning money from my hosting job, I started saving because in my whole life, I have wanted to own an iPhone. Gusto ko magka-iPhone at that time. I even called my saving plan, Ipon for iPhone. I was already saving. Actually, I already have 20,000 on my pocket, or should I say on my cabinet. I already have 20,000 on my cabinet. So in short, I am only 13,000 away on my dream phone. But who would have thought that I have better dreams, or there are better realities than the iPhone 6 Plus? Before I would continue, all my success in my business now are not all about myself, as I luckily found a partner who dreams the same dream as I am. And I am a testimony in the saying that behind every great man is a greater woman. Throughout this journey, we got each other's support. Well, she is my business partner who also happens to be the love of my life. And tell you, she also is my high school crush. And we meet each other in ICNHS. Well, who would have thought that your crushes now will be somehow or someday will be your girlfriend too? Anyway, she's here. She's here with us. Anyway, that is how supportive she is, maybe. But anyway, before we get too cheesy, actually, may I know who have been to Pop Snack? Sino nakapunta sa Pop Snack dito? Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. How about to Frapella? Who have been to Frapella? Several of you too. We actually tailor-fit our businesses for the young ones like you are. Maybe that's why we see each other on our store. But actually, our first branch is actually a few steps away from City High in Aguinaldo branch in the second floor, fronting Mary Muffin and Metro Bank Aguinaldo. That was our first area that my girlfriend found. So we found a small room. It actually can only fit 20 person or less. But we rented it. We contacted the owner, and then we started our entrepreneurial journey. But when we started, we don't actually know what we are going to sell. It is only until that we found something, some ideas in our mind that maybe this could be a hit to the students like you. So eventually, remember, I only have 20,000 as our initial capital. So 20,000, we have to deduct 12,000 for the rentals because our rental is 4,000 times 3 because 2 months deposit, 2 months advance, 1 month deposit. We only have now 8,000 pesos. And I tell you, we have started Pop Snack only at 8,000 for the furniture, for the initial inventory, and in fact, we cannot buy a refrigerator. So every day, in a single basis, when we are just starting, I look for ice natados. I always look for that, and that is how we preserve our food at that moment. Well, just imagine. If I made a choice to prioritize having an iPhone for myself, there must not be Pop Snack, Frapella, and Daylax today. And that is what I am going to share to you, that someday, what is really good is that you know how to sacrifice something. Well, ladies and gentlemen, may our entrepreneurial journey become an inspiration to all of you. That first, I would really agree that money is not a hindrance to succeed. That sometimes what we need is to capitalize in our burning passion, that dream to lift ourselves out from poverty. Remember that Pop Snack started only at 20,000 or technically at 8,000 pesos. Secondly, that we may learn to be wise enough to sacrifice something so we can learn or so we can later enjoy the fruits of our labor. Now, this is one of the fruits of your labor. This is now the harvest of your sacrifices, your graduation. Just imagine if I never sacrificed my iPhone dream, then definitely we don't have our stores right now. Third, find yourself a good partner that dreams the same dream as you are. But if you don't find a partner yourself, prove to the world that you can do it yourself. Para sa mga single. Lastly, don't be afraid to life's challenges. We have different challenges in life. Learn to ride with it. And as the saying goes, challenges what makes life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Dear graduates, you are now about to exit in the four corners of ICMHS. Wherever you may go, always put in your mind and in your heart the things that you have learned in our beloved alma mater. Cherish every moment now, for this will not be coming back. Take more pictures with your friends. Post your stories in Facebook and tell to the world how proud you are that you have accomplished something today. But as the saying goes, what feels like the end is often the beginning. Now that a new chapter in your life is about to unfold, my prayer and wishes is that may the Almighty Father grant all the wonderful desires of your heart. My dear graduates, once again, congratulations.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first senior high school graduation ceremony, keynote speaker, Mr. Gerald John D. Evo. How about giving him another round of recognition is presented to Mr. Gerald John D. Abel for the loyalty and dedication to his alma mater, Iligan City National High School, as the keynote speaker, inspiring our learners, giving them insights and encouragement in facing life's challenges as a successful alumnus of this institution during the grade 12 commencement exercises with the theme K-12, Handa sa Hamon ng Buhay, given the 6th day of April 2018 at Iligan City National High School. Signed, Rex L. Rosas, Secondary School Principal 2.
Another round of applause for our keynote speaker.
The story of our keynote speaker will inspire us that everyone can be a successful person someday. And you can also
I remember the day when I have seen again the faces. It was June 4, 2016, the first day when we embarked our journey for senior high school. On that day, I saw happy and excited faces. But deep inside, I know that confusion, anxieties, and other negative emotions started to sprout and somehow dominated within our hearts and minds. On the other hand, as I mature, as we mature and experience everything as senior high school students, I realized one thing. I'd never thought of this thing to mold me and make me even more resilient. We, as the 21st century learners and pioneers to the K-12 curriculum, we are divided into strengths. These divisions create distinctions among us and are likely to be the same on how we deal and live our lives. Instead, we have to look life systematically as how we look our researchers in different perspectives. We must be objective and firm with our stance and conclusions. A, B, M. In life, we will be put in many situations, and we have to balance and manage things accurately, which we are accountable for. Youths, they often say that life is like a novel made of chapters. We have to analyze its content, seek its importance, critique, give meaning, and state its relevance to society. TVL, we must face the reality of life. Somehow, in some points of our lives, we have to be practical and not to solely depend on our intelligence, but rather benefit from our skills. Sports, we cannot perform work without energy. We must find our strengths, equip our body and minds on whatever life may throw us. Today, I have mixed feelings of delight and sorrow. Delighted because I can see how happy my fellow graduates are, especially our parents. Seeing their faces somehow gives me a little flashback of the many memories with every one of you. On the other side, I also see eyes slowly tearing up, for we must say our temporary goodbyes. We have so many problems along the way, and sometimes we just need to be creative in finding for solutions. Don't you ever let solutions come to you. Go and find them. I learned many different values from many people and situations. To my advisors from grade 7 up to grade 12, to Sir Dan, Ma'am Jean Arabaca, Ma'am Viola Lantaca, Ma'am Janice Corpus, to Ma'am Amy Perino, and to my advisor today, Ma'am Cabido. Thank you. And to all my teachers, thank you so much for showing I should not only do what I have to do, but also inject enthusiasm to make it even worthwhile. To our school administrators, thank you so much, Ma'am and Sir, for nurturing and developing us into productive graduates who are ready to face and present ourselves, not just within the limits midst of a four-sided rooms, but of greater heights. Now, to those who I owe the greatest thanks of all, Ma, Pa, Lolo, Lola, and Tita. You were always there for me when I felt like I wanted to give up. You always have a way to put a smile on my face, and you instill lessons in my head that continuously strengthen and develop me to a fine young lady. My parents, thank you so much for supporting me morally and financially, and most of all, thank you for bringing me into this world. To the one above us, thank you for all the blessings you have given to me and everyone else. My fellow graduates, always remember the famous quote by Ralph Marston: "Excellence is not a skill, it is an attitude." No man ever reached to excellence in any one art or profession without having passed the slow and the painful process of study and preparation. Thank you all, good luck and congratulations. This is Linia Rita Magagagat from Accountancy and Business Management. Now sign off. The strength and resiliency amidst the challenges in Iligan and in the siege in Marawi.
Class of 2018, you have championed the adversities and conquered the odds. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation song of class 2018.
Close my eyes and I can see the world is waiting up for me. That I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I can buy, each one that make him smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost our minds. Well, I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to the world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the bright
journey in high school made memories together. You have fought and seen battles and became triumphant today.
Let us reminisce the times we spent together and rekindle all the speciality in a farewell song.
And the gifts and graces that God has given us. To the teachers, thank you so much for a year-long effort, sacrifices, hard works, and endeavor to mold this youth that someday will replace us. To the staff and administration, thank you so much for the support. To the department heads, to the assistant principal, and especially to the minds and hearts and hands that made this very amazing, the most beautiful stage we have for these commencement exercises. To our dear superintendent, I know Ma'am Ellen would give her full support to the school as her predecessor had done, so that finally our aim of making City High, with your help eventually, you graduates, to become the leader school in Region 10 and in the country will be achieved. Congratulations, God bless us all.
And now officially, the alumni of the school express their heart with pride, honor, and gratitude.
To be led by Marian Rose Sencha with high honors from the accountancy, business